So yeah, it's definitely hot outside, and it was too hot. I had to come on in. I guess the point that I was trying to make and reiterate was in that last video was just how I'm just like, yeah, I'm definitely at and beyond my wits end as far as, I won't say handling, because I haven't been handling it like myself, but look this a little more over here. Yeah, I haven't been handling it myself more so than hoping, wishing, and praying that it would just end altogether. But just at my wit's end with how to cope with it, because I just almost feel like, Lord, something like not just with one person or one of the people that I was speaking of or thinking about, but with all of them, like, yeah, how much more can a person take, and does a person have to take when it comes to people like that, behavior like that? And of course, I feel like, especially in adults that's walking around here that been on this earth for years longer than some of the young people that's doing it, which I know they got it from the these now older generation who was bullies in their youth and maybe just didn't get caught or get addressed or whatever. And so it's like, when is that bullying spirit going to be cut off? Um, I know that God is full of mercy. He's merciful. He's patient. I'd be wondering, like, Lord, how long you gonna allow to go on? And just looking at some of these missing people, missing kids, and things like that. Lord, I done messed around, took this device outside, and now I can't get it to turn back on. What is going on? I think it got too hot or something. I was uploading a video. Anyways, but yeah, thinking about stuff like that. And it's like I said, beyond my wits end. That's why I say I don't have no understanding of what's supposed to happen next. I know what I've seen happen to some who have done that, but I haven't seen it happen to all, or and as I said, I want to be careful with talking about this because I don't know everybody's story or whatever and why they feel like they're pushed to do what they do. So I try to be careful with that, but this fan is feeling so good after coming from outside because it was burning. It felt like it was burning up. But yeah, that's for people bullying people behind closed doors, trying to intimidate people, people bullying people in front of other people, people recruiting people to try to come against and team up on one. Me personally, and maybe I shouldn't be, but I've been all for a fair fight. Even my youngest son mentioned it yesterday. He said they don't fight fair in this game and stuff like this, or play fair. And I'm like, okay. So even he's noticing it on one of his games on the device. And of course, it's a reminder that no, people don't play fair. They don't fight fair. They cheat. And then of course that pressures you to be like, well, dang, well, why can't I be a cheater? Then I may try to go do something like that, or I'm gonna just say have. I don't may do anything because I'll just be like, no. But have tried to do some of that stuff before, and it didn't work the same for me. And then I'm feeling stuck. I'm feeling stupid. Like, but why that work for them? Why they can get somebody to team up and you know what I'm saying and come against one person all on their behalf? Sometimes even if it's not a truth or if it's a half a truth or you know, and then it can be at the expense of somebody. I'm gonna say seemingly innocent getting hurt, but you know, could be somebody just getting hurt or whatever badly. And was even looking at a YouTuber last night, and she was pranking her brother or whatever, and she was just saying that pranking him that somebody beat her up and it was females, and the brother didn't give a damn what he was saying. She was saying that they jumped her, and he didn't care at all. He pulled up with a whole squad, and I'm just like, that's another aspect for me, Lord. Where is all my riders like that for me? You know, when I need something like that, you know what I'm saying? Because I be feeling like I need it on a, I don't want to say a regular basis, but it's trying to become very occasional, and ain't seen none. No. I've seen people pull up and stuff like that, but it just don't be on the type of time that I'm on. Like, no, squat up. After, you know, some people think that they could just come for me, and I be feeling a type of way because I be like, and y'all, the older generations be the main ones that's knowing why people even feel like that towards the younger generations. Like for my daughter and my sons, if somebody felt the type of way, I be knowing at least some insight on why. Now some stuff is just it's at a younger generation level where they just got a problem within themselves or something could have actually happened or something could have been misunderstood or whatever, but I just don't get it. But that's how I'm feeling these days, and definitely was felt hyped up when she called her brother and she was like, "Oop, I'm not gonna play with him like that no more. You cannot play with people like that." And she didn't even know how to tell him. She didn't want to tell him because like he really came through. He wanted to go find and hunt down who did. That's the type of energy that I like, honestly, to a certain extent, because it's like we just want to resolve the problem. We just want to go ahead and dead the problem, if you will. You know, just let's get this handled. But that's my thing. It's like I ain't had nobody, and granted I ain't called nobody directly, of course, but I have always prayed and like, Lord, can you send forth my help? That's what I say. I don't say nobody specific. And I've seen him act on my behalf, but I guess I haven't seen him act act in the way that I guess I feel like I would be satisfied on. Now I've seen him. Don't get me wrong. I have seen him act in a way that I've been satisfied on. And then it just made me feel like, Lord, I want more of that. I want more of that. And then after that, I didn't see him doing that. But it's like, I don't know if I'm just feeling like it's just time for that or whatever. But I feel like it's been overdue time, especially regarding my daughter and stuff like that. And my daughter's so-called dad told me when we was younger, he was like, you call your uncles on me and this, that, and the third. Don't try to bother with me. Don't try to fight me or something like that. Call your uncles. For one, I just feel like, why are you even in that mindset? Why are you playing with somebody and bothering them and wanting to provoke them so you think you can get. And what do you think if my uncles or whatever show up? What do you think is gonna happen? Because this not. I'm saying this on their behalf. This not that. So it just pissed me off. I know people have been conversing about my household and stuff like that, and I don't really like it because they don't have the facts. Because it be people that don't have the facts. They say something and what it appears to them, and they can make something out of nothing. Although there do be something there, but they tend to be able to make something else. Make it their own personal. And if that's the thing, if that's the root of it, if it's they're coming at my child because of something that I did, then yeah, you need to be held accountable, or you need to be, what I'm saying, you need to be and really accountable. You need to repent. You need to confess to God. He might not make you or have you confess to that person or say anything, but he might. You need to get the information out so people can know what's going on and get the understanding. That's all I keep coming back to is I feel like I lack a certain understanding on why are these things happening or showing up around me. And then I feel like I get a hint or an idea, and then next thing I know, I feel lost again. Like, Lord, I don't know what is this. So, and I guess that's the thing. Part of the quote unquote game. I don't call it a game, but part of life, where it's not meant for you to know or love it, know everything, but you need to trust the one that knows it all. And I guess I'm feeling like a little weary with like, Lord, I don't know what you got going on, so what? So that's when I get like that, I do just be like, Lord, I'm gonna stay in my lane. I know my place and my position and all that. Well, I barely, but I know that it is definitely, um, well, I know I'm seated in high places next to, but nobody is above God. So, that's why I'm like, I just need to like stay in my lane. But I be feeling that thing. I be feeling some kind of pressure, like maybe like somebody is almost saying somewhere, yeah, she trusting God. She's sitting there trusting God, waiting on God, and He ain't even coming through. No, He is coming through, but it's just not on the way. I have to acknowledge that it's not in the way that I would like. It's definitely not on my timing, but I do be wanting it on my timing. I don't be wanting the nick of time. I don't want none. Like I want it way ahead of time. I want it before time. Like Lord, when the thing is starting, I submit it to you. Like again, if I go back November, December last year, when God told me to do something and I was obedient, and here I am. This year almost up. We more than halfway through this year, and it seemed like it got worse. Certain stuff got worse, or it ain't died down. Then it seemed like I have hope in one area, and then next thing you know, it's like my hope still try to be stripped. And really, that's what what's his name was doing to me. He would tell me to have hope about something, and he would say there's hope, and then next thing you know, it'll be So of course, I almost got used to that and settled in with that. Almost, I know better, but I almost got used to that and just like, oh, that's what I have to deal with for the rest of my life. But you know because I do have my own personal relationship with God, it's like, no, that's not what you have to deal with. I guess it's what you choose to put up, what you're choosing to put up with. And at this point in time in my life, I'm not really choosing to put up with too much and so much stuff. So now it's on like, dang, she ain't messing with nobody. I don't be trying to cut nobody off, but she ain't saying nothing. No, nobody but my kids. And at this point in time, of course, I barely want to do that regarding my daughter because you've been elsewhere, and I don't play them type of games. I don't play them. I don't definitely don't play that disloyalty type of stuff or anything like that. I do. I don't play it, but I do. For me, the grace area is that y'all are children, you're young, so you get to make your mistakes. But if I specifically tell you, do not do something or say anything regarding me, then don't do that. You can, what I'm saying? You got other areas that you can play around with, but just don't play with me on that. And that's not just for the children, that's for other people. Like if I ask you or if I tell you, yeah, I don't want that. And if I make it clear, like, no, that's not me, this ain't that, then don't try to convince me something otherwise, and don't try to force and pressure me. Pray, ask God for divine intervention, and if it's according to His will, He gonna move on me. He's gonna empower me because that's who I submit to. That's who I serve. But if it's not anything that's lined up with His will, then it's not going down. But But yeah, I just was outside and I was feeling like, well, I was trying to clean out the pool. I was feeling like, dang, I got a whole hit list, baby. I got names. I got what LS V. Shut up. Let me. Yeah, okay. LS GV. I mean TL. um, shoot, possibly TV. Of course SB. Of course, JJ. I mean, that one is definitely obvious, but you know what I'm saying? It's definitely a spiritual hit list. But if I had it my way naturally, baby, it's a hit list. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not, yeah, that's where I'm feeling like I'm trying to get you hit. But anyways, because I just feel like those are the ones that if done away with them, some of the trouble would cease and stuff like that, and just it wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't keep on coming about, and it just I'm not always, but I'm reminded nowadays of something that happened recently where like at least two different generations of people got taken out all at once, and some of them generations could have gave birth to the next generation. So I'm just like, yes, that's the type of hit, this type of time and stuff that I feel like I'm trying to get to. Like, I'm not trying to necessarily say that's what I'm on, but I'm saying that's what I'm feeling. Because it's like, no, and I keep on saying nowadays, Lord, something got to give because it's right here. And it be to the point where it be feeling like, oh, it's not room for all of us here. So I don't know what all that's about. I continue to submit that to God. Of course, that's who I am, baby. It is what it is. I don't care what it sounds like. I don't care if it sounds like, oh yeah, she gonna give it up. She gonna give up. And nah, I give it to God because I'm already knowing that it's not gonna work the way I feel like I see it working for other people, and it seems like they carry it out. It's not gonna work that way for me. So, or at least I don't feel like it. So I don't want to do that high risk type stuff and just so what I do, stay in my own little corner in my own little chair. Literally, that's what I'm doing right now, sitting in the burgundy chair in my room in the corner. But I don't know. I don't know. Besides, this is the day that the Lord has made. I'm gonna rejoice and be glad in it, and I'm gonna go ahead and just submit it all to Him. Those things that I just mentioned on here, I'm submitting it to Him. And yeah, but I'm about to get off of here.